Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a twin flame reading today. And so this one is going to be from the Divine Feminine's perspective. So if you're a Divine Feminine watching this video, this may resonate for you. But of course, at the end of the day, just take what resonates for you and get rid of what doesn't. So I do tend to channel for twin flames that are in some sort of a separation or challenge. So please keep that in mind. And I do say he and him for masculine and her or she for the feminine. It's just the way that I channel. So just tailor it to your exact situation. The beautiful orgonites that we're going to be using here today are from my friend Michelle from Wing and Bell. As you can see in the left-hand side of the screen, we have these beautiful divine masculine and feminine nudes. They're either sold in a set or you guys can purchase them separately. So I will put her information down below. As far as any of the decks that I'm using here today, everything will be listed down below and I'll let you guys know what I'm using as I shuffle each deck. If there are any of the decks that I've personally created myself, they will be available both for purchase on my website. But if you're international, please email my team and they will send you a special link to order them. I'm very excited today because I am using my beautiful soul sister, Queen of Light 1111's Oracle, which she's had for a while, but now her Divine Connections Tarot. So this is like a tarot and an oracle deck that match, that go together. So I'm super excited to introduce this here today. So if you guys are interested, she does personal readings. She's also a soul coach. She does classes. She has all kinds of wonderful things that she does. I will list all of her information down below so you guys can go ahead and take a look and follow her. All right, so I did create an outline here today, so we're going to be following that. So let's get started. What we're going to do is we are going to break down the Divine Masculine's energy, okay? This is the Divine Masculine's energy. We're going to go into general as well as in related to the feminine. So to get the general vibration of this masculine, we're going to be tapping into the Divine Connections Oracle and the Divine Connections Tarot. Where is this masculine at currently in his mental vibration? What does this energy look like today? Just in general on his journey. Let's see. Okay, we have Angel Michael protection with Nine of Cups. Wow. Okay, so I see the Nine of Cups a couple of different ways. This is just feeling really good in our own energy. It's not that all of our cups, but our cups we are filling on our own. We're doing what makes us happy. We're feeling good. Nine of Cups can also, of course, be we're hoping for something, we're wishing for something. I feel like this Angel Michael, Archangel Michael coming through in the mental space for this masculine, this is somebody who is protecting their Nine Cups. This is somebody who feels perhaps maybe being better on their own right now. Okay, this doesn't mean that they don't want to be with the feminine or that they don't want to, open themselves up to anything, but they might just feel really good right now, fulfilling their own needs and just doing their own thing. That's what I'm really getting from this. So why don't we take a look and see in relation to the feminine, what energy does this look like in the mental field for this masculine? So the masculine's mental vibration towards the feminine using my Twin Flame Journey Oracle. Okay, so we have third party, interesting. And my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. What does this have to do with? Ooh, Seven of Wands. Interesting. So this is not going to resonate for everybody. So as usual, you guys take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't. Just because cards come up in a reading doesn't mean they have to apply to you. But I feel like maybe some feminines this will relate to. There could be a third party situation. Now, yes, it can be on the masculine side. I feel like more, though, it is on the feminine side because of this Nine of Cups energy here. I feel like this masculine might just be spending some time alone, filling his own cups. There is a wedge, though. There is something standing between him and the feminine. So the Seven of Wands is somebody who's putting up their defense mechanism. Now, this third party, though, does not have to be an actual physical person. It could just be a behavior that this masculine is holding. And he feels like perhaps that he doesn't want anything getting in between him and his Nine Cups. And he might see the feminine as a wedge. He might see the feminine as somebody who may come into his life and keep him from doing the things that he really wants to do. So he might have his energy kind of blocking her right now, like blocking the feminine, protecting himself from the feminine. And some of you feminines might be saying to yourself, well, that's, that sucks because, I'm not doing anything to hurt him. I'm not doing anything that would take anything away from his life. But his perception right now could be that coming together with you, or maybe even collaborating with anyone at this point, may be something that would take away from his own happiness. So this vibration right now of where the masculine is at in his mental space, kind of like a lone island, somebody who's alone on an island by themselves. They feel safe in that energy. They don't want anything to get in the way of their own happiness. Now, some of you feminines could have someone in your life right now, and so this masculine could be very aware of this, and he is not trying to intervene, or he's not trying to, insert himself in your situation. So he's fighting against coming towards you because you may not be available, or of course, vice versa, he may not be available either. So just take it how it resonates. But yeah, there's definitely something where this masculine has his guard up and protecting himself from the feminine for whatever reason. Okay. And it doesn't mean the feminine's bad. It doesn't mean the feminine is toxic or anything like that. But this is the masculine's perception that somehow his own happiness will be in jeopardy, opening himself up to this feminine. So this could be a masculine that's afraid of commitment, afraid of intimacy. That could be it too. Okay. The Nine of Cups could, of course, be, I really want this. This is like a wish fulfillment. I really desire this. I really want this, but I can't have it for whatever reason. There's something in the way. So I'm getting all those different energies and interpretations, okay? It doesn't just have to be one. So why don't we see now where this masculine is at in his emotional heart space vibration. What does the heart look like right now? Okay, we have removing negative energies. Coast Guard. With the Ten of Swords. Wow. This tells me that this masculine, it's like he doesn't want to mess around. He doesn't want to mess around. He's trying to clear his life. He's trying to do what makes him happy. I'm getting that for the majority. This masculine is trying to do things that make him happy. He's trying to basically clear his own energy field because he may know that he doesn't have something to give unless he can give to himself. So this is a real need to work on the self right now. So if that means cutting ties, ending things, maybe he's even clearing people or situations out of his life. Maybe he's doing a complete 180 in life right now. Maybe he is completely just wiping the slate clean right now. Friends, family, job, his entire life is changing, etc. He's really, really trying to end a lot of things that no longer serve him. So that might be one of the reasons why he either does not want to involve himself with the feminine or does not want her to involve himself with him because he knows he's going through these abrupt changes emotionally right now. There's a lot of heavy energy around him. So let's go ahead and see in relation to the feminine, what does this look like? Okay, we have return. Five of Pentacles. The door's closed right now. I'm getting here with even the return card coming up. This tells me here that this masculine does have some sort of wish or desire to come back at some point with the feminine, but the timing is not right now. Five of Pentacles is a card of I'd rather be alone right now. I need to be isolated before I return. I need to take care of these things before I return. If there's something that's blocking me from coming back to you, I'm taking that into consideration. I'm not trying to push any doors open. I'm not trying to bang on doors to force them to open. I'm accepting things for the way that they are right now. So if you have a masculine feminines that are not trying to make any moves towards you, and they're not trying to come towards you at this time, there is a good reason for it because they have some things that they're going through, because they have some things that are blocking them right now. There are things that are in place for a reason for them to get through. So it's about allowing this masculine to remove these negative energies from his life before he returns. Okay? So that is what we have for that. So let's see what's going on in a 3D sense. The 3D reality, the environment, practical, maybe even physical, material things that are taking place. 3D reality for this masculine. Okay, so we have remover of obstacles, and we actually just have this. Removes negative energies, removing these obstacles. So there are obstacles to remove in the masculine's life, and we have temperance. which is a need to balance these obstacles. This masculine right now is in the process of clearing something up in his life, of getting well or improving as a person, filling his own cups. Remember, 9 of Cups, taking care of himself for a change, doing what he wants to do for a change. Maybe not considering his feminine or anyone else at this time. Maybe almost in a way kind of like, I need to be selfish right now is what I'm seeing here. So this masculine knows that he needs to do these things in order to heal as a person. So if your masculine has pulled away from you, feminine, there's a reason. He's either doing it out of fear, or he is doing it because that is what his higher self is requiring him to do at this time in order to heal. Either way, it's going to lead to the same destination. Okay, it doesn't really matter whether he's aware of it or not. It's still happening, is what I'm seeing. All right, in relation to the feminine, we have recognition. Yep, he recognizes that he absolutely has to heal and recover. He knows he has to do it. In order to come together with her or open his heart up and his space up to anyone else, this absolutely has to be healed. He has to get rid of something. He has to fulfill himself on some level. And it's almost like Archangel Michael is with him, helping him to protect him, to do what he needs to do, to push things perhaps away so that he can create this environment so he can help himself and heal. So that way, maybe perhaps he can return one day a healed version of himself, a recovered version of himself to his feminine. But he absolutely has to do this for himself right now, feminines. He has to. So that's the reality. The reality is that he has obstacles in his environment. He has things that are crashing down. He has things that are going awry for him right now for a reason, and this is for transformative reasons, healing, recovery, all the things that are necessary in life. Sometimes things need to fall apart in order to fall into place. So what is the spiritual energy? What's the spiritual vibe of this masculine currently? Yeah, look, remover of negative energies. Wow. So there is this deck here, the Divine Connections Oracle, has 3D and 5D energy. So the 3D energy is removing of negative energies. This is the 5D energy. Do you see how it's the same words? 3 and 5D. So 5D energy is coming through in the spiritual space. Kali Ma is basically with the masculine right now, helping him on a spiritual, like from a spiritual perspective and angle to clear these negative energies. So this might be through meditation. This might be trusting the higher self. This might be walking a spiritual path, something like that. So something is happening for a reason. Oh my God, look at this. I'm getting it through spiritual practice that this masculine is healing. I really do. You can see right there that there's this this guy who's just in that very meditative Zen position, and he is on. It looks like a lion to me. It's like repress. It's not necessarily repressing, but restraining the need to act from fear and ego, waiting for divine timing, balancing the yin and yang within the self. That's what I'm getting with that. This is about doing the right thing for a change instead of acting out of ego and fear, going within and coming from a place of 9 of Cups. I don't necessarily need something. I know the difference between needing and desiring and actually wanting something in my life. I feel like this masculine wants the opportunity to want the feminine rather than needing her, or if it's not necessarily her, but just things. He wants to detach. He wants to detach from 3D fear. He wants to detach from materialism. He wants to detach from things that are controlling him in a way. The beast within, he's tired of living from that beastly energy. He wants to be more balanced in his life. He wants to be more zen. So that's why 9 of Cups is very important to him. That's almost why 9 of Cups, he is in a way building a fortress around himself, or even putting a wedge between him and his feminine right now, because that threatens his vibration where he feels like he wants to stay high. He wants to stay in this high vibration of 9 of Cups right now because he feels safe there. And that might, of course, be a false sense of fear of like, I'm protecting myself because I am afraid. That's the thing. Sometimes people that, consider themselves to be very enlightened can sometimes still be living in a state of fear. They surround themselves with all of this spiritual energy, but it's working as a wedge between them and other things. Like, I don't need love. I don't need these earthly things. And I'm so spiritual and enlightened because I don't need any of these things. And it doesn't mean that there's anything false about that, but sometimes that can be used as a way to stomp out feeling anything or opening yourself up to human connections because you're so afraid. I do feel like this masculine has some shadows still connected to intimacy and materialism. And so he could be acting out right now. He could be putting a wedge between him and other people. He could be running away. He could be doing all these things, but this is a part of his spiritual transformation. So regardless of how it's taking shape, it is for the greater good of his ascension in the long run. But he might still be kind of trying it on for size and making some mistakes along the way, which we all do. He's only human, right? So it's all a part of his healing and recovery, though, is what I'm seeing here. So this is definitely a journey for him. I hope that makes sense. So spiritually, I feel like he is on the right path. I do. 9 of Cups, he needs to fill his own cups for a change. Maybe the feminine and the masculine should not be together right now, and that's okay. We have commitment. So this is his connection towards the feminine. I also see the Hierophant, of course, as a spiritual commitment that we've made, not only to ourselves, but also to our person, our twin flame. I think that this is what I'm getting here. I'm getting here from the masculine's higher self to his feminine right now. What he wants her to understand and know is that, yes, I know that I've made this commitment to us, but guess what? Part of this commitment is the commitment that I made to myself. And if I cannot fill my own cups, if I cannot find that peace within myself, I'm never going to be able to be in a peaceful state with us. So the Fool is, I'm at the very beginning. I am being reawakened, activated right now. Spirit has got my attention. I am connecting to my higher self. I am connecting to the divine. I'm opening myself up. I'm a channel of this energy now that I'm getting fed to me. It's helping me to see the error of my ways. It's helping me to see that maybe what I have been going for my entire life isn't actually what's going to bring me happiness. There's a real spiritual transformation that's taken place for this masculine. Absolutely. And all of these cards that have come up, you guys, are so beautiful. Look at this. 4 Swords, healing and recovery, recognizing that he absolutely has to go through this in order to remove all these obstacles. Maybe being isolated and alone. I'm getting that he has issues with wanting to put wedges between him and other people, to be alone. This is just a defense mechanism. But regardless, he needs to be alone in order to do the work. And Archangel Michael is really coming up heavily here to protect this masculine during this period of transformation, to have the courage and the strength to face the darkness within. So that way this masculine can finally transform and remove these obstacles and these lower energies from his life. It absolutely has to happen this way. So the commitment that this masculine made to you, feminine, he also made a commitment to himself. So this is like asking the feminine to see things from that perspective, okay? Try not to see your masculine as selfish. Try not to see your masculine as he's not showing up for you. He is abandoning you. That's not the case. He's showing up for himself, okay? And that's unconditional love right there. If you have unconditional love for your masculine, you're not triggered by that. You understand that that is necessary on this journey. And it's also necessary for you too. So now we're going to go into the connective energies, you guys, okay? So what is the connective energy between both you and the masculine? I love this deck so much. This is called Twin Flame Journey to the Heart key cards. So I'll definitely put their information down below. But to me, this is just, it resonates so much with my beliefs of what a twin flame connection is all about and the work that's done on the self and all of that good stuff. So what are the energies here, the connective energies? Basically the journey. Yep, having compassion. And I'm going to read this card to you because this just resonates with everything that I'm already, bringing forth here. Unconditional love is the greatest gift of compassion that can be given to each twin, as both evolve to the many challenges of self-growth that lie ahead. I can't even believe this. I mean, I can, but I can't. That's exactly what the energy is of this reading. It's very much about unconditional love is so necessary. It has to be given in order for both twin flames to be able to find themselves on this journey. Nature heals. Beautiful. In the stillness and beauty of nature, find your self-truth. The vibration of sea, the endless forest, each sunrise and sunset can take you deeper into the self. Feel the love of nature in every breath. Mother Nature calls you to energize ground and to heal within her gentle embrace. So both of you guys could be spending some time outdoors in nature, really connecting to nature. Water, the trees, the forest, animals, just different things. Maybe some of you are like both meditating in nature. You're really connecting to yourself. This is very healing for both twin flames right now. We have let go. Look at that. To find yourself and your soul's purpose, you must let go of your twin and all the expectations of any union. Love that is shared is unquestionable, and the challenges are greater when twins are apart. It says, remember the love that speaks through the heart, and we are always together. Wow. Look at that, you guys. So that could, of course, trigger some fear in some of you. Let go of your need for union. Let go of this expectation that it has to happen in this lifetime, or it has to happen, period. Or it has to happen by this time, or whatever. It's a part of your ascension to let go of the expectations that you have placed on this person to fulfill your needs and happiness in this lifetime. We already know that this masculine is turning to his own cups. The feminine might be asked right now to do the same, to turn to your own 9 cups in front of you, fulfill your own happiness. The 9 of Pentacles in tarot is all about your own independence and feeling good on your own. The 9 of Cups is very similar. You are emotionally fulfilled to a point to where you do not need another person to experience happiness. It's great and it's fun to have other people to share things with, but you don't necessarily need it in order to sustain yourself in life. That is a mastery of the self right there. So I feel like this masculine is on that journey right now to master that aspect of himself. And by mastering this also helps him to connect with his heart space, to be able to then connect with his feminine or just other people on this journey. This connection was designed in order for the two of you to face these things within yourselves, to trigger one another, to do this healing, to do this ascension, because this says here, love that is shared is unquestionable. The connection that you guys shared is unquestionable. It's undeniable that there was an amazing connection here. But it says the challenges are greater when twins are apart. This is where the real learning comes in. This is where the mastering comes in. Mastering of yourself. It's almost like spirit design. Well, it's not that spirit designs me. We in spirit, it's all connected. It's really the same. But it's like we design things, the universe designs things because of the energy that we're holding in order for us to experience things, to learn and to grow. It doesn't mean that we can't learn unless things are tough. But man, working with shadows and working with all these things are very transformative. When you can come out the other end of fear and a shadow, I mean, you feel like $1 million. You feel like $1 million. It's amazing. It's amazing, that feeling of getting through something. I'm just going to use myself for an example. Just yesterday, I had a stupid root canal, okay? And it's something I've been avoiding for, I'm not even going to tell you how long. It's ridiculous. I have this major fear of the dentist. I have some other fears too that just suck. But this was one of them. And I woke up with a migraine to top it off yesterday morning. So it's like my body and everything in me was saying, cancel this appointment. Cancel this stupid appointment. You don't want to do it anyways. Forget it. You'll just live with this hole in your mouth, right? No, because I had a feeling that fell out. Well, I just went And it was nothing. It was more of a fear in my mind than anything else, you guys. It was a cinch. And so now all these other things that I have to do at the dentist, I feel like I have finally broken through to the other side, that it was no big deal. It's just all these things that I made up in my mind of how horrible it was going to be and all these horror stories that you hear. And now that I've gotten through that, I swear, I feel like I can tackle all the other things that I need to do now when it comes to the dentist. So this just happened to me yesterday, and I'm so happy that I did it. And I just feel so great now. So that's it's just an example. And I know it has nothing to do with twin flames, but whatever. Okay. So this right here, like I said, this is a connected energy. This is what you guys are both going through. This is what Spirit is requiring of both of you in order to get through your journey right now. So let's go ahead and add some other cards to this. Let's add some other cards to this. This right here is called the Essential Oil cards. And it's a really cool deck. Who would have thought an Essentials Oils deck? But I'm telling you, this deck is freaking cool. All right, what else? We have Passion. I am scared. I was just talking about this. I am scared, right? It says, the true statement, when I am vulnerable, I am at my strongest. So this is about being vulnerable, so this is the energy that I'm picking up on. This masculine, because there's some deep layers here. Sometimes what we see isn't always what things are. There's a mystery. There are layers here of this masculine. This masculine right now may be unaware of the issues that he actually has with intimacy and the fear that he has surrounding deep, true intimacy. And that deep, true intimacy may be what he has felt with this feminine at one time, but that scared the hell out of him, triggered him, and he may have run away. Okay, I'm just getting that for some of you. That passion that he felt with you, this undeniable, unquestionable love, that scared him. The true statement, though, is that when I am vulnerable, I am at my strongest. This masculine right now, as we saw with the energies that already came up. Let me see where I put the cards. This is very important. Where did I put these cards? Let me grab them. Do you see this masculine right now? Everything that's coming up, I swear, has a meaning. Look at this. He's sitting on that lion. He's restraining that lion. But this is about being at peace, being at one with the lion, being at one with the shadow within himself. Embracing his fears. When I am vulnerable, I am at my strongest. This masculine is opening himself up to some sort of an experience here. This is his way forward. Okay? This is his way out of his shadow of what he fears with the feminine. That defense mechanism that he has been using maybe his entire life. I'm better off alone, isolated and alone. I'm much stronger that way. Bullshit. That's actually not that is not the truth. But this masculine has to get to this point on his own. Okay, and he can only get through it by going through the shadow and by doing the work. You can't remove these obstacles for this masculine. You can hold your masculine's energy in love and light, unconditional love. That definitely is helpful, but it doesn't remove or do the work for this masculine. Okay? It can facilitate. It can accentuate, I guess, but it can't do the work. Reconnect with your feminine energy. I can't believe that it says this. This right here, this masculine is afraid of the feminine's energy. He is afraid of the passion that he feels with the feminine. That's what this is. This is a masculine who's reconnecting with his emotions, reconnecting with his feminine energy. Okay? It says, reconnect with your feminine energy and pursue something that ignites your fire. Open the gates of your fortress and explore. So this masculine right now might be on this journey where he is really in nature, healing, letting go of things that no longer serve him, removing all those negative blocks in his life, anything that's standing in his way, anything that's causing him to not feel good or happy on his own. So this is something that he is doing right now because this is a part of his ascension process, but this is a part of him getting back to who he truly is. And who he truly is connected to this feminine. That's the point. Lime, gratitude. I am overwhelmed, but I am moving. So it says, the time for planning is complete. Take action, no matter how small. Begin today. So this right here is about moving forward, even if we're not sure that we're ready. I'm overwhelmed. I don't know if I can do something. Spirit's saying, do it anyways. Do it anyways. So I feel like this is the connective energies, you guys. This is the masculine and feminine moving forward on their journey, no matter how overwhelmed they fear or feel, no matter how uncertain they feel. This is about them moving forward anyways. Letting go, going with the flow, surrendering to a higher power here. Like a bigger picture. Hope. I will not forget. I open my heart. So trigger statement is, I am never going to be able to forget. I'm never going to be able to move on. No, that's not true. You can let go with and surrender with unconditional love. So this says, I open my heart. I open my heart to the highest vibration of all, unconditional love. Release the suffering and take another step forward, sweet one. With each step, you will see more light and healing. Unbelievable the way these cards are coming out, you guys. I can't even believe this. I mean, I can, but it's crazy. This tells us that on our journey right now, it is so important for us to be in the vibration of love. Be the energy that you want to show up in your life. If you want more of this energy from your masculine, it's saying to be in that vibration yourself. If you're in the vibration of suffering, of hanging on to all the stuff, any kind of hate, anger, blame, resentment, all of these natural things that should, because it's only natural as a human to feel these things. But this is about clearing those things, getting to a point where you're ready to clear, and you're doing it first. You're doing it really for yourself. But the effect is that it actually affects everyone else in a positive way. So the energy that we hold does help us, but it also in a chain reaction helps other people, including your masculine. That's why it's very important, feminine. Don't waste your time in this energy of anger, blame, being pissed off, focusing on the negatives. Focus on everything that you love about the masculine, and you're not deluding yourself when you're doing this. You're just choosing to focus on who your masculine truly is, which is this being of light, just like you. This higher vibrational, just the higher self of this masculine, who this masculine truly is. It's only an illusion of who you both are right now in this 3D reality. So it's about continuing to ascend, to see things from that higher perspective. This right here is called, what is this called? This is from Carolyn Miss, and this one is called Wisdom for Healing cards. So what is today's wisdom for healing when it comes to this connection? Release the need to complain. Oh my God. I love it. Release your need to complain about this masculine. Release the need to focus on the negatives. What is that doing? Do you see those dark doves, those black shadowy doves? All that's doing is it's releasing a negative vibration. Release white doves instead. That's peace. Today's lesson. Honestly assess whether you're a complainer. No matter whether you share complaints with others or keep them to yourself, this tendency is a way of looking at a situation without seeing its potential blessings. Your goal is to replace this need to complain and instead see the positive side of things. You see that? So this also goes for the conversations that you have. Release your need to complain just in general, okay? Release your need to complain in general. And that's sometimes a hard thing to do. That's sometimes a very difficult thing to do. But when we focus on all the nasties, when we focus on all the things that we can't stand about someone, you know what ends up happening? It just seems like it just gets worse and out of control. Because energy is energy, and what we focus on, we create more of. This is called the Gilded Royale Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. So release the need to complain about this masculine. Release the need to focus on the dark and all the things you don't like. Instead, focus on the things that you love. This will help to uplift and empower this masculine. Three of Pentacles. I love this because this is Spirit's way of basically confirming that you guys are a team, okay? Now, again, you can't do the work for the masculine and the masculine can't do the work for you. But you guys can certainly help each other on this journey. Why not make it just a little bit more peaceful on this journey for each other? Somebody that you're connected to so deeply and so energetically, why continue to be in this energy of just shitty energy? It just defeats the whole purpose of what you're trying to do, which is to heal, to move forward, to connect yourself to either your mission or life's purpose or whatever this all means to you. Why make it harder? Work together. Even if this masculine is not interested or even able to work with you in the 3D world right now, feminine, work with this higher self. Work with your masculine in that 5D energy. Okay? Try not to get caught up with what you're seeing in the physical world. Try not to trigger yourself with what you're seeing in the physical world. Pull yourself away from things that cause you to complain, that cause you to feel pissed off. Okay? Pull away from that crap because it's not helping you. Page of Wands, beautiful. This is about beautiful, youthful, exciting energy. So remember, you guys, this is the connective energy. You guys both have the ability to tap into this and feel it and be affected by it and use it to your advantage. Or you can also use it to tear you down. Page of Wands is an explorer type of energy. Somebody who's excited like a student. I'm excited to learn. I'm excited for this course. I'm excited to take this class. This is so cool. Be in that energy. Be in the energy of, what is the lesson? What do I need to learn? How can I apply myself in this situation? That's what a page does. Page is like a student. They are thirsting for knowledge. They are thirsting to learn something here. So this masculine, we know, is in the process of a spiritual transformation and wanting to learn something. Feminine, this is a time for you to also do the same. You guys are both attending the same class. You guys are both in this classroom, okay? You guys are both in this classroom, but maybe you guys are just on the opposite sides of the room right now, and that's okay. Ah, 3 of Cups, 2 threes. This is about being in a state of joy, happiness, celebrating. This is about celebrating your journey rather than looking at your journey as a curse. Worst thing that happened to me is this twin flame connection. This is the worst thing. I would have never wished this on my greatest enemy. I mean, I hear these things all the time. And let me tell you something, you guys. I have felt these things myself. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. But you want to know what? Once I got through most of those shadows, which they do still rear their ugly head every now and then because that's just life, I am still constantly dragging my energy, okay, to the blessings of all of it. The blessings of all the things that being on this twin flame journey and experience this twin flame connection and all the things that have happened here. And just being so grateful for everything. Just being grateful for the lessons. And also opening myself up to other things on my journey rather than only focusing on this one energy and this one situation. This is about living. This is about having fun. And this is about other people really being important on your journey towards ascension. So your twin flame may be that person that you connected to and made a contract with for these deep, specific soul lessons. But there will be other people perhaps on your journey, and they don't have to be romantic. I'm not trying to trigger anyone here. But friends, family, other soulmates on your journey are a part of your ascension, and they're also a part of your masculine's ascension. So try not to be upset or pissed off or resent other people that show up on your masculine's journey. They are there to facilitate growth in this classroom. They are the other students that are in this classroom with you guys. Do you get it? I don't know why. I'm just getting this classroom vibe. You guys are both in this classroom right now. And there are other people that will help along the way in order for this ascension to take place. This is beautiful. This is life. So that's where you guys are at right now in the connection. You guys can both look at it as a curse, or you can look at it as, what can I learn from this? How can I help I apply these lessons to my life? That's great. Okay. So let's now get into the soul lessons that are currently taking place right now. This is for the masculine. We're going to go into my Depths of the Sea Oracle. This right here is called the Light Seer's Tarot. This is the Power of Surrender cards, and this is the Mind Body Makeover cards. All right. So masculine's current soul lessons. This is like taking it up a notch, like what's really going on with the deep soul lessons here with this masculine. What's on the table? What is this masculine's assignment? That's perfect. What is this masculine's assignment right now? His current assignment. Wow, second chances. Getting a redo, contentment palm tree, and surfer, risk assessment. All right. We're going to clarify here. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Did the 5 of Pentacles already show up? I feel like it did. It was very much that feeling of being shut out and alone, right? Shut out and alone. Isolated and alone. The Chariot, being content, and risk assessment, 3 of Pentacles, which we just got, 3 of Pentacles. So we're getting some duplicate cards here. We're getting some duplicate cards. So we already had the 3 of Pentacles, which is right here. And we already had the 5 of Pentacles. So I just feel like that's important to bring up. So what's happening right now when it comes to this assignment that this masculine is currently working on? He has a second chance to learn something and to understand something. A door is being closed, or he is isolated and alone again for a reason. So this really pushes the masculine to go within himself to figure out, why does the same thing keep happening to me over and over again? Why do I still end up at this place every time? Every time I open up this door, this happens. This is Spirit's way of giving the masculine a second chance to reassess, to figure out why he is still feeling isolated and alone, why he is still shutting perhaps other people out, including the feminine, on his journey. This forces him to go deeply within himself. So in this period of isolation, he is in that very meditative state, which was this beautiful card right here. Let's bring it out. Hierophant's energy. It forces him in this peaceful state to get into that contented state. 9 of Cups. Remember that came up at the very beginning of the reading? That 9 of Cups energy. 9 of Cups is all about being content with yourself, right? Being content with yourself. That's the way forward. Chariot, white horse, dark and light energies here. We have to balance both in order to make that chariot move forward and go. That's what the masculine is doing. So he is content to work with the light and dark energies right now, to balance the dark and light energies within himself. And I believe that we also have the Temperance's energy. Sorry, I keep going back, you guys, but this is just really important because it's all connected. Temperance's energy. In order to heal and recover. That temperance is like light and dark energies going back and forth, balancing something out. It's absolutely necessary that this work be done right now, which is why we have 3 of Pentacles coming up twice now. That's the work. Now we have risk assessment. This is about taking that risk, assessing that wave before we ride the wave, before we do this work. This is this masculine really assessing something here. Assessing the situation before he takes that risk, before he rides that wave. So right now, his assignment is to assess the risks, to take that time to figure out, why am I still here, and push forward beyond his comfort zone. That is currently the assignment. So what is this masculine being asked to surrender or surrender to right now? Surrender to success. That's great. The Chariot is success, moving forward, victory. It says you are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at your previous roadblocks. I mean, how many roadblocks came up for the masculine earlier? All those remover of negative energies, of obstacles. So roadblocks or difficulties, leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Take that risk. That's why we had the activation card come up with the Fool's energy. Here it is. See? Take the risk. Surrender to the risk. Do it anyways. This is what's really going to activate this masculine on his journey. So that's what Spirit is asking him to do. They're asking him and really pushing him to surrender to moving forward, basically, finally, instead of being stuck, instead of being isolated, even though there is some sort of wisdom and some sort of strength and answers that are going to come from this isolation. But this is about not excluding himself and keeping himself away from other things or people or intimacy, true deep intimacy, because you are afraid. It's about opening your heart and opening yourself up to the risks, perhaps, that comes with deep bonds and intimacy. All right, what else? Healing fear. I now learn from past disappointing relationships so I can release the anger and sadness and move on to more fulfilling ones. I'm telling you, you guys, 5 of Pentacles is huge for this masculine sphere. Something didn't work out before. A door was shut. So this masculine has been locking himself away from love for a long time because of past disappointments. So right now he is releasing things that are keeping him from isolating himself any further in life. This is an unhealthy isolation. This is not a healthy one. But this masculine might think or be hiding behind, this is the right thing for me. This is the best thing for me to do, is to just be alone. And it doesn't mean the masculine can't be alone. There's nothing wrong with being alone. There's definitely a healthy energy of being alone or fulfilling your own cups. But there is a fear that this masculine has. So he's healing this fear right now. You get it? I usually get rejected, abandoned, or betrayed in relationships. You see, this fear keeps this masculine locked away and tucked away on his own private island. And that is his defense mechanism. And that was what his defense mechanism was with this divine feminine. So he is working this out right now. That is his assignment, to do the freaking work, to assess the risks and open himself up to the second chance of basically happiness, this redo of his life. Let me transform and redo my life. Let me see how this works instead. Opening my heart, okay? Facing those shadows, facing those fears. Let me see how this works second time around. This is the only way that there's an opportunity for this masculine to return, to be able to have any kind of a different experience with his feminine, okay? So that's why we have return. The only way that he can return is by going through all this stuff. So he's up for the assignment. He's got his homework cut out for him. And Spirit's saying, if you surrender all of these things and you work on all these things, success is yours. Abundance is ahead. Okay? It's beautiful. Really beautiful. Okay. So now let's move on into the feminine. Let's see where the feminine is at. Where's the feminine at in her energy? Let me get these cards over here. I need longer arms or a bigger table. Felt called to use a bunch of different decks I normally don't use. Okay, so this right here is called the Crystal Crystal Intentions Oracle. This was the Muse Tarot. This one is the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle, and this is my Divine Feminine Healing. So let's see what assignment the Divine Feminine is being given at this time. What is the assignment the Divine Feminine is being given at this time? We have senses, wishes, and heart opening. Wow. Okay, so this is what the feminine is being given right now as far as an assignment from Spirit. Okay, so we have senses. I choose to trust the energies of the situation rather than what my physical eyes are seeing. Remember, you guys, that's something that came up earlier. Whatever you're seeing with your physical eyes doesn't mean everything that you're seeing, but some of the things that you guys are seeing might be really confusing to you. It might be very difficult for you to remain with your heart open in a state of unconditional love because of the things that you're subjecting yourself to. So if these things happen to be social media, talking to people that know you're masculine, however you're able to hear or see what's happening in his 3D physical life, you might need to pull yourself away from that right now. Or just altogether. Because that right there could be the cause of some lower vibrational energies. So just connect as much as you possibly can, okay? It's very important. It says, I trust what is meant for me will show up at the right moments in my life. Again, when it comes to the things that we desire and what we really, really want to happen, we trust that Spirit has our back, okay? And we know that we have to keep our hearts open. We know that we need to be in a state of unconditional love, not only for ourselves, but also for this connection. Ace of Inspiration, Ace of Wands. I love this, okay? Ace of Wands says, focus more on creating. What we choose to focus on, we create more of. So why not make it exciting? Remember, Page of Wands came up for the connection. Be in a state of Page's energy. Aces, new beginnings, planting seeds. Let's shift our energy to something just that we really, really have fun with, something that excites us, something creative, things that inspire us. Let's allow this connection to be a muse for us. Let's allow what we've gone through, what we feel, to inspire us to create things on our journey, maybe even to inspire other people. Let's raise the vibration of the planet instead of being in our own personal state of hell. That's not helping anyone, including ourselves. Let's choose a different energy. Love it. The priest or the empress, this right here is your feminine energy. Let's be the creator of our own universe. Look at all those planets. That's about being in planetary alignment. That's about being in alignment with the universe, with the self, in your physical world even as well. What you're creating is coming straight from your heart. What you wish for is coming to you. You trust what is meant for you is going to show up at the right time. So you're not trying to control anything. You're not sitting around wishing and praying for things to happen. No, you're going out and you're making things happen because of your energy. You're not taking the free will away from anyone else when it comes to that either. This is about you're in complete and total alignment with yourself. And when you're in complete and total alignment with yourself, the universe brings forth things that are meant for you in those moments. If that doesn't happen to be the masculine, it's because it's not meant for you or your masculine at this time, and you are okay with that. That is that letting go energy that came through for the connective energy. It's beautiful. So focus on creating something in your life, Divine Feminine. The Empress is the Divine Feminine. Jump into that. Strengthen yourself in that energy. Feel good in your own vibration. Queen of Voices, the voices in your head. Ooh, yes, the Queen of Swords, the voices in your head. Look at that. We had a lot of blackbirds, crows, ravens. And not to say those things are negative, but I am getting a darker energy with that. Because remember the card that came up earlier, it was about the energy that we were sending outside of ourselves. And I forget what card that was because I'm going back to all these cards. Here it is. You see that? Those blackbirds? Release the negativity, your need to complain about your masculine. That right there will keep you in a state of hell. That'll keep you trapped. That's not opening your heart. Your heart chakra is not open with unconditional love when the voices in your head, the things that your ego is trying to tell you, that doesn't help you. That doesn't help you to release anything. So Spirit is actually asking you to open up your heart with this connection and release what you're seeing with your physical eyes or what you're being told or know in the physical reality. I'm getting here that doesn't apply to this connection right now. That doesn't apply on your journey right now. You're meant to be in high vibration. And if any of that lower vibrational crap is not serving you, let it go. Let it go, like that card said with the connective energies. Let it go. So that is your assignment right now, feminines. Let it go. Let's get a crystal healing card. Tiger iron. Okay. So I have no idea where you guys would get tiger iron. As a matter of fact, I never even heard of that. But this is what it says. I am grateful for other people's fortunes. It brings me joy to see others experiencing happiness. Beautiful. I mean, when we can be happy for others, because nothing's worse than good things happening to other people and you're not the happiest with where you're at or what you have or the success that you're either, just not having or experiencing or the love that you feel like you deserve but aren't getting or whatever's going on. That energy can create a lot of jealousy when we see other people succeeding, when we see other people happy, but we're not. So Spirit is asking you to also get into alignment with this energy of just doing your own thing, creating your own thing, getting in the driver's seat of your destiny, taking control of your life again. And it doesn't mean that we're taking control as in I can control everything in my life or everyone in my life. We can't control other people, you guys. We cannot. We can only control our own energy, which then of course shows up. So Spirit is saying to you, be grateful for other people's good fortune. This is also about being happy within yourself. That's the key. This says, feel safe and protected, improve your self-esteem and confidence, dissipate jealousy, extend blessings and goodwill to others. Okay? So this is telling you guys here to really, really shift your own vibration so that way you guys can be happy for other people. So that way you guys can get back to creating what you want and seeing things that are actually showing up as good fortune and blessings in your own life. When we're in that vibration ourselves, we are naturally happy for things happening for other people. But when we're not happy with ourselves, we get angry, we get triggered, we get jealous, we judge other people. And that's just no fun. I've been there and get there a lot still. And every time I do, I always have to ask myself, what the hell is going on within you that has me so triggered? Okay? I always ask myself that. Why am I feeling this? There's something going on with me. It has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with me. Why do I feel this way? We have Voyage. You already have all the answers. See, at the end of the day, you definitely do. You see this feminine here? She has this map, okay? She has this map here, and she's looking for answers, but guess what? You already have all the answers. You have most likely been here before. You've most likely already been here before, or you've gone through a similar lesson before. And so this is telling you the answers are within you. Trust your intuition. Stop looking outside of yourself for directions. Refrain for the need to get confirmation from other people. And I'm going to tell you guys this right now, including readings, my readings. If you guys find yourself in a state where you're looking, and not to say you are, but let's just say sometimes we become dependent on readings. We become dependent on the weekly readings, the things that people are bringing forth into collective. And there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. If you're able to just kind of take what resonates with you and get rid of what doesn't, let it inspire you, let the energies kind of flow and roll. But when you're super dependent on how to feel or what you're doing or what you should be doing or asking other people, what should I do? What should I not do? Spirit's saying, The answers lie within yourself. Remember, rely on your senses, you guys. This is not about relying on the things that you're seeing in the outer world. Start relying more on yourselves. Provide the answers and directions for yourself. Stop asking outside of yourself. Stop looking for signs outside of yourself to confirm what you already know. Trust your heart. So when you are in alignment and you are completely empowered within yourself, you're no longer going to feel the desire to need to get all this confirmation outside of you. You're not going to be confused by the things that show up, because you're going to instead trust yourself. If somebody says something, it's not going to rock your world. When you see something on social media, it's not going to rock your world, because you are relying on that inner compass, not that external one anymore. So this is about you kind of leveling up, is what I'm getting here on your journey. Beautiful. Okay. So now, what shadows are being brought forth right now in order for us to really take a good look at something? So this is going to be for both the masculine and feminine. And sometimes spirit works in mysterious ways, or sometimes we attract things into our lives because it's a great teacher. And some of those things are really uncomfortable. Some of those things really trigger the hell out of you, really piss you off, really hurt you. Okay? But that's why shadow work is so important sometimes, is because there's some real wisdom in those things that are very uncomfortable. So we're going to get into that right now. All right. So naturally, we're going to go into my Dark Night of the Soul Tarot. Sorry, guys, I just cut my nails, so I just can't pick up anything, it seems. Twin Flame Journey Shadows. Spirits of Darkness and Light. And the Mystic's Midnight Oracle. So these are all created by myself, and I consider these to be my shadow decks, if you guys were wondering. Okay. So what are some necessary shadows or uncomfortable energies is Spirit asking us to pay attention to and consider? Just consider to see what's going on and what needs to be healed within us. What things are coming up. We're going to start off with 3 cards. Okay, so what has you trapped? What makes you feel apprehended, captured, seized, like you cannot move? That's something to pay attention to. Look at this, Keeper of Souls. What is keeping you down and trapped, suppressed, lost, weakened? What is causing you to feel like you can't move forward? Huge energy here. And we have, wow, this is about getting through that portal, getting to the other side of this. It's possible, you guys, you absolutely can. So whatever is causing you to feel like, I can't do this and I can't do that, these are excuses. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't real issues and real problems. Sometimes there are things that require certain things in order for us to do certain things. Let's just say you need actual money to do something, and you don't have the money. Obviously, you may not be able to move in or move out of a situation until that money is actually in your physical world. So this is not to say that there are not certain things that do keep us suppressed and feeling like we can't do what we want to do. That's not to say that that isn't real or that that doesn't exist. But I'm getting that this is more or less a belief, because this is something that can be healed. This is something that can be cleared. Okay, so it's a state of mind is what I'm getting with that. It is a state of mind. We might feel lost. We might feel like we can't let go. We might feel like I can't forgive. I can't ever feel happy. I'm just never, ever. And we, say these things, or I'm never. It's such a severe statement. I'll never. That's what I'm getting. Yep. Really, this stems from an issue of feeling just completely rejected, feeling unlovable. So I'm getting for some of you guys that there is a feeling or something that's been programmed within you that is now keeping you outside of that gate. There is a way through that gate, but we are feeling lost and suppressed, like we just can't open that freaking gate. I can't get out of this feeling. I feel so horrible. I feel so unworthy. I feel so low. And I do feel that for some of you, because we're doing a reading here on our twin flame connection, that your twin flame connection has a lot to do with why this feeling has come up. Your twin flame could be a catalyst for your growth and healing in this department. So you may have made a contract or signed up for this type of behavior to be displayed in your connection in order to get you to this state within yourself, in order to finally heal it, to get to the other side of what this, what this life could be like without these heavy feelings of being unlovable, not feeling good enough, feeling like nobody loves me, I'll always be abandoned, I'm not worthy. These are very real things. Yeah, at the end of the day, though, Spirit is saying, and kind of being a little hard here, these are just excuses. This is the ego's way of giving excuses to this behavior, to keeping us in this weakened, lost, and suppressed state. It's not true. It's bullshit. It's a way to manipulate the mind, manipulate us into believing and thinking these lies that aren't true. So I feel like what Spirit is trying to tell us here is that this is the ego's way of manipulating the mind and giving it excuses to continue in this weakened, suppressed, and lost state in the world. So we don't have to grow, so we don't have to change, so we don't have to heal. It's easier to blame everyone else. Fuck yeah, it is. It's so much easier to blame somebody else for all my problems. I've done it before. And sometimes I still fall victim into that. If this person wouldn't do this or that, I would be happier. It's a lie. It's a lie. But it's easy to do. So that kind of thinking will always keep you in this suppressed, lost state. This also gives power to someone else over you. And at the end of the day, I don't ever really like that feeling of somebody having power over me, but we do tend to still do this, unfortunately. So it keeps us apprehended. It keeps us in this feeling of being captured like victims, like we cannot move, like we cannot heal this energy. So this is also for your divine masculine feminines. Your masculine may have been making excuses for years. And I'm getting that with that 5 of Pentacles coming up 2 times. This keeps him on the other side of that gate. So that way no one can really get in to love him. He is suppressing himself. This is a weakened state. He thinks that this makes him strong. It does not. I am getting the strength energy here, as in it's the ego's way, the lion's way of saying you are strong and courageous by keeping other people out and by keeping other things at bay and putting yourself on this lone island, the secluded island by yourself. You're stronger alone. These are all the ego's way of manipulating the mind into thinking that that is the right thing to do. And it's not about wrong or right. It's just about being afraid of love, being afraid. At the end of it all, it's all stems from feeling unlovable. I don't feel worthy. I don't feel like you'll ever love me. I feel like you will abandon me. It's a fear. So there's a major fear here that is giving excuses. The behavior is an excuse to not let people in, to not allow yourself to be loved. So the shadow is coming up for both twin flames, but in different ways, if that makes sense. Totally different ways. Oh my God, see? I'm telling you, you guys are the perfect partners. You guys are the perfect students in this classroom. You guys have been, when your teacher says partner up, here it is, partner up with your twin flame. You guys are going to help to be the mirror to each other. So that way you guys can deflect what you don't like about yourselves onto your twin flame. I can project all of the crap that I don't like about myself, and I can put it all onto you, and I can make excuses and manipulate you into thinking that I don't love you or that you're not what I want. But really what this stems down to is the fact that I feel so shitty and unlovable deep down inside. You see? I don't like what I see. You're a trigger. You're that mirror in front of me that I want to run away from. I can't handle my reflection right now. All of these things are coming up. So these shadows, whew, they're intense and they are ugly, but they are necessary on this journey and for us in order to heal. So we also have cycles, spirit of the moon's energy, illusions, fears, fantasies, dreams. This is something about cycles. The moon goes in cycles, right? This is a cycle, you guys. These shadows, these fears have all been a cycle for your healing. And I'm going to give you on the bottom of the deck, the Grim Reaper, death ending, winter. Things that we try to suppress and hibernate and sleep through, at some point we're going to have to awaken. We're going to have to go through this death and transformation, which I see the masculine going through right now. So the spirit of the Grim Reaper is saying it's time to end this bitch of a lesson. This lesson, this homework, this assignment, this one's tough. But it's the only way that you guys are going to get to the other side of that freaking gate. You get it? So let's get some tarot to top it off. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have the masculine coming through with the Emperor, the Iron Fist. Whoa. This is about taking control of a situation, like with an iron fist. But this is also a masculine being very, very angry and also someone who is resisting change. So they come down with their iron fist. It's my way or no way. It's a very stubborn energy. It's somebody that's just saying, I refuse. I'm going to do it my way. And my way is I'm going to deflect all of this. And I'm going to make it seem like you're the problem. I'm going to make it seem like you're not what I want. And it's going to cause you to question yourself. And it's going to cause you to question the connection. And it's going to cause you to feel lower than shit in this life. But guess what? This masculine and his iron fist ways has actually helped to facilitate this growth for you that was necessary to work through these shadows to get you to the other side. So do you see how your greatest enemy can become your greatest blessing? Oh my God. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I'm going to give you the bottom of the deck again because I did this before. So this is it. That's the stars energy. This has been a blessing in disguise. This masculine feminine that you have seen as, let's just say, a demon, your worst enemy, your worst fear, the biggest curse of your life. No, it's not true. It's actually a blessing in disguise. But Spirit is bringing it through as a demon. Spirit is bringing forth this lesson to you as a demon, the masculine's dark side, the masculine's shadow side. Okay? Eye for an eye. Baby, I'm telling you, you may have wanted to get even with this masculine. You may have wanted to show him a thing or two in this lifetime. You may have wished for some death upon him. But judgment is about resurrection. It is about second chances. We did see the masculine had that card, second chances, resurrecting of the old, being judged for, past actions. Judgment day is here. We are going to have to own up, I guess, to the error of our ways, make wrongs right. This is going to happen. The Spirit with the star coming up like this is divinely orchestrated, that it is something that's going to happen, whether it's in this life or another life. Time is always shifting around. I don't know the timeline, but all I know is that the two of you were meant to connect, and you're meant to reconnect when people are ready to see themselves. And then when they're ready to really, really see themselves and face their demons, and to do the work, I feel like this is definitely something that's going to be happening. And cycles right now, you got to get through this darkness in order to get through this gateway to the other side. It's beautiful. So it's really dark and it's really scary and it's really heavy, but guess what? This was the only way that you guys would come to this conclusion. So I feel like this shadow is really, really a lot of the masculine's fears and a lot of the things that he may have projected onto the feminine. And because of this, I'm feeling a lot of the feminine's energy with how this has affected her, and it's affected her in a very negative way. But the thing is, she has been able to, or is working on currently, pulling out of that darkness and no longer being captivated by this darkness, no longer being suppressed by this darkness or lost. She has found her way through the darkness. She has found her way through her own demons. Her demons have come up because of this masculine. But I'm also getting that this feminine is actually a guiding light and an angel for this masculine. But he projected his own darkness onto her and dirtied her up, and maybe even have cast her out of his life as somebody that he could not have or did not want, or somebody that just did not match up with his life. But really, in a way, she was in disguise. She was disguised as someone that would bring up this masculine's worst fears, somebody that would bring up this masculine's darkness. And instead of embracing this darkness, he cast this feminine out. And that's why we have an eye for an eye, a lot of revenge, a lot of perhaps plotting, a lot of wishing darkness or wishing that the masculine will get his is coming up strong for people that I'm channeling for today. But you can clearly see how Spirit works in mysterious ways, and you are meant to clear this and get to the light, not to stay in this darkness. So the Grim Reaper is here to tell you it is time to let this go. It is time. This dormant winter's energy, let's thaw the ice. Let's end this once and for all. Let's transmute this and get to the other side. It is time, you guys. It's time. You got to do it for yourself. You have to. There are other ways, meaning you can continue to stay in darkness, but I know that's not what you guys want. All right. So what is the mission? What does Spirit want us to focus on when it comes to the mission of this connection? What is meant for this connection? What is meant to be the mission? And we do not need our twin flame in physical form in order to start our mission or to complete a mission, okay? Because technically we are already in connection with them in a different realm anyways. We don't need the physical in order for that to happen. So this right here is called the Transcendent Journey Oracle. Fulfillment is possible. The attainment. Wow, see? Fulfillment is possible if we really, really choose it. It absolutely is. We can fulfill our own cups. We don't need anyone to fulfill these cups for us. We can also draw our own story. We can paint whatever picture we desire. We can go right now to the drawing board and create a new picture, a new life right now. We can call in the energies that we want. And it says commune with your power animal. That's beautiful. So we did get for the connection that masculine and feminine right now are connecting with nature. There could be spirit animals that both of you are working with right now that are also helping when it comes to this mission. There could be something that you're doing or communing or working with that's helping you to create something that's making you feel fulfilled right now. So there's a mission around that. What else? This right here is called the Star Temple Oracle. It says the Oracle forecast. I am the Oracle. My intuitive insights flow freely. Remember, you guys, you're your own oracle. You don't need to seek direction outside of yourself. Consult the oracle from within. Okay? You can fulfill your own, like knowing what to do or when to do it or how to do it. Consult the oracle within. That fulfillment is possible when you go within. That doesn't mean you can never seek advice outside of yourself. It just means rely more on your own intuition. Rely more on what your heart says. It says the shining star, glow. I am no longer dim my light. I shine bright for all to see. So again, this is about shining brighter, being more in the light. That helps to illuminate where you're going. Your pathway is illuminated. You're able to draw that light in in order to create a more fulfilling life and story for yourself. So that's the mission. The mission is definitely about relying more on your intuition and stepping more into the light. We have goddess of balance. See, I create and foster reciprocal relationships. So this is about being in balance within yourself, balancing out the feminine and masculine energies within yourself. You may wish to balance out your twin flame connection right now, but if the masculine or someone in this connection is just not ready for that, we have to respect that. So this requires us to balance out the need to go after, to chase, to make things happen right now that may not be ready. This is about balancing our energies, working with ourselves, working with our power animals, working with nature. Soul family, I love this. This is also about realizing that there are other people on your journey that are going to help to facilitate growth and happiness on your journey. It's not just about the masculine. It's not just about your twin flame. Other people on your journey are very important. See? Because the thing is, right now, the answer may be no. It may not be the right time. And we have to be okay with that. We have to be balanced. And when we're balanced within ourselves, we're okay if the answer is no for right now, because we know that that's happening for a reason. There's a damn good reason why the answer is no right now, and we trust it. And pillar of light, see? Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Whoa, look at that. Some of you guys might have some psychic things that are coming through for you, psychic abilities, and there's things for you to share with the world. There's things for you to basically, insights for you to share. And so because you're an oracle, you need to be a pillar of light. You need to be in that high vibrational energy. You need to balance out yourself so that way you can show up for your mission and do the work that you came here to do. So if you're really focused on all this darkness and you're really lost in that and you're really attached to the result of what's going to happen with your masculine, you're not in that pillar of light. You are still kind of stuck waiting and on hold. Remember that shadow. We don't want to be on hold anymore. This connection wasn't designed to keep you guys stuck. This connection was designed to facilitate some sort of growth for you and through shadows and uncomfortable energies. But we're meant to transmute those energies. We're not meant to ignore them, and we're not meant to stay hostage to them. We're meant to work through them, and the only way that we can work through them is by connecting to the light. You see? It's beautiful. This right here is called, I forget. Work Your Light Oracle was this one. Everything's going to be in order, you guys, just so you know. And then this one is called the Shine from the Inside. Here we go. Be bold. Don't be afraid to stand out. Beautiful. I don't know why this girl reminds me of Katy Perry. It says, be bold. Don't be afraid to stand out. So that's beautiful. This is about being in complete like an empowered energy within yourself, being a powerhouse. Being in vibration, just in alignment with yourself. Now forgive someone. Who do we need to forgive? It might not just be the masculine. There could be other people too. But again, that's what's going to clear your energy field. And we have create your own happiness. See, when you're not worried about other people, when you're not worried about your masculine, you're not worried about everybody else on your journey, and you're just basically just doing your own thing, creating your own happiness. You see how she's in alignment with the moon and the stars and the cycles and the rhythm of life. Everything is flowing. Everything is happening the way that it's supposed to because you're in complete and total alignment at that time. So your job right now and your mission is to really, really be in the light with yourself. Create a new reality. Focus on other things, maybe even connecting with other souls right now. And be more authentic. Do what you want to do. Don't be afraid. This right here is called the Moonchild Tarot. Oh, wow. The Lovers. The Lovers is about making decisions from the heart. But this could also be an indication of being in alignment with your twin flame. Divine Feminine, being in alignment with your Divine Masculine helps to facilitate all of these things that you want. Being at peace with your twin flame. Being at peace with this connection helps to put you into alignment with all the other things in your life. It's almost like when you are in alignment with your twin flame, with your masculine, you are in alignment with all the other things in your life. Your masculine is such a huge part of your healing. So this connection is important in that sense. because it's a part of you, because it affects you so strongly, you might as well be in the correct vibration with it. This helps everything else to flow smoothly in your life. We have 5 of Cups. The choice is ours, though, you guys. We can focus on the cups that have already fallen over. We can focus on those 3 cups that have already fallen over. That's in traditional tarot. It's always 3 cups that have fallen over. The 2 cups are standing behind the woman, but she's not looking at them. So we can make a choice to focus on the negative. Focus on all that complaining that came up before. Or we can focus on the good things and the blessings in this connection. Choice is ours, and that's what the Lovers is. The Lovers is about choices. And we have Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is action. The Knight of Swords is basically taking that sword and cutting through things that no longer serve you. Cutting through this 5 of Cups crap. You don't want to be in this 5 of Cups crap anymore. This 5 of Cups crap doesn't get you anywhere. It just makes you feel sad. It makes you focus on the things that you don't really feel good about. You focus on the past. You feel regret. You feel shame. You wish coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda, all that stuff. Living in the past, being regretful, wishing that things could be different, it gets you nowhere. Because we can't really go back and change those things. All we can do is change our energies now, which of course shapes a different future. So Spirit is telling you, get back into the driver's seat of your own life and start taking a little bit more control over your energy field. That is what your mission is right now, Divine Feminine. Being in control of your energy field and being a warrior, like a knight, showing up like on that horse, ready to charge away any energies that don't serve. Anything that is on your path that you're not in alignment with, that's not for your highest good. It's like you're getting rid of that energy. You're not hurting anyone, but you're not associating with this, and you're not participating in this behavior anymore, and you're not going to do this. Or if you start to go down this path, you're going to have the tool now of the sword to cut it out. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be strengthening your thoughts as well. You're going to communicate with more authenticity. You're not going to agree just to make other people happy. You're going to, remember, be your own authentic self, which is why this card now makes sense. Be bold and don't be afraid to stand out, even if it makes other people feel uncomfortable. This is about being who you truly are meant to be. So if you have some sort of feeling like you are feeling called to do this or called to do that, Spirit is telling you, be bold and don't be afraid. Charge ahead with that Knight of Swords energy. Don't focus on the past. Only focus on things that you can change, and that's this moment today. Can't change the past, but you can certainly shape a different future. You can create a new story. Beautiful. So feminines, you don't need your masculine right now to do these things. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get some messages here from this masculine. These are things that he wishes to communicate to the feminine. Anything that she might need to know right now. So we're going to go into the connections for the modern world that I created, as well as the Arrows of Love Oracle, my messages volume 1 and 2, as well as the Gil Tarot. Okay. So what does this masculine want this feminine to know at this time? Just about anything. Okay, now remember, I did get this feeling that this masculine projected his dirty laundry onto this feminine. Absolutely, he wants to say something about this. So even without getting words or any other cards, I feel like the first message is that this masculine, whatever skeletons were in his closet, whatever dirty laundry he had, he projected this crap onto the feminine. I am getting, though, that it actually hurt the masculine more than this feminine understands or knows. He knows that he hurt her by doing this. And in fact, what did this do? It ended up hurting him as well. Bleeding heart. Hearts bled. This is like a 3 of Swords energy. It's very painful. Very painful, whatever has happened here. When this masculine hurt his feminine, he ended up hurting himself. We have heart on the line. It's like being hung out to dry. Couldn't put his heart on the line. Realization that he couldn't put his heart out on the line. This is a realization that this masculine realizes that his behavior towards his feminine had more to do with him than it had to do with her. So there is this spiritual transformation that has happened here. Yeah, see, fool's gold. I was a fool. And at the end of the day, what I gave you was fool's gold, meaning I was not my authentic self. You ended up what you ended up getting, like you thought that you got something and it wasn't. I'm also getting to that this masculine perhaps thought that the grass was greener on the other side just to get there and realize that it wasn't. Okay? I'm getting all of that energy. This masculine might feel like a fool realizing now after the fact. I'm also getting to that this feminine could have been very open, putting her heart on the line, being very open with him. And he projected something onto her that wasn't fair. That's what I see. It definitely wasn't fair. See, I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. He wasn't. This masculine was not honest with this feminine at the time. He wasn't. She may have put her heart on the line for him, opened her heart up, maybe even, okay, I'm getting this too, aired her dirty laundry, confessed to him some kind of shadow within herself, and he ended up using it against her later on. I don't know who that's for, but it's for someone. Oh, yeah. I just got sidetracked. So at the end of the day, it's like I got sidetracked when we were in this connection. I got sidetracked with other things. Maybe other things seemed to be more important at the time. I should have been more honest, maybe that I was sidetracked, maybe that I wasn't on the same track as you. I'm getting that too. We're the Queen of Wands. Okay, so what I'm getting here with that word reflection, what your masculine said to you, feminine, was not a reflection of you. This was a reflection of him. We've had now 2 or 3 times with reflection, the mirror spirit, and then this projections card. There's something that this masculine projected onto you that wasn't yours. It was his. Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very confident. The Queen of Wands is very attractive. The Queen of Wands is in her power. I almost feel like this kind of energy could have threatened this masculine. He didn't like it. He had an issue with it. He had a shadow and a fear connected to perhaps women being empowered or sure or being in a position where they were comfortable in their own skin. And he projected something onto you, or he dirtied you up, made you feel shameful for your actions or behavior. I am getting that huge in this reading. Two of Cups. This masculine did feel a Two of Cups energy with you. There's no doubt about it. It did come up in the reading before. There was a connection here. There was a passion here. There was this energy here. But it's almost like this very intense connection, especially from the feminine's end. This masculine could not put his heart on the line for her. He could not meet her there. He felt it. It was here. She wanted it reflected back to her, and he was not able to do it. He felt it, but he was not able to put his heart on the line at the end of the day. And he should have just been more honest about it too. But instead, it's like he used some sort of tactic to really, really get out of this. Oh yeah, look at that tower. Tore them apart. Now I see what all of this shadow energy is about. This mask, and I'm not trying to dirty up the masculine and say, you know, he is a son of a bitch, this and that. But man, I feel like this masculine really did something. Really did something that was very hurtful to this feminine. And now I understand this caused this feminine to feel less than, unlovable, took her off her throne, and she was angry because she felt really good. And his actions really caused her to feel just unworthy, unlovable, judged, dirty. Whatever happened here tore them apart. Okay? But I feel like what this masculine is trying to tell the feminine is that at that time, he was just not on the same track as her. He was not ready. He was not where he may be at today, which is somebody who's a little bit more mature, somebody that is a little bit more seasoned on his journey. So this could have happened a while ago. So we have realizing. realizations, light bulbs, epiphanies, projections, realizing that I projected this crap onto you. You still take my breath away. Hi, Sharky. Please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. Your masculine is telling you here, feminine, that whatever he said to you, whatever he did, this was about him. It wasn't about you. You still take his breath away. You're actually still and always were the Queen of Wands. But the thing is, how it was making him feel at the time, that was his problem, not yours. Okay? That was his problem, not yours. We have Princess of Cups. He has evolved. Page of Cups. He has evolved. I've seen a lot of Page's energies come through this reading today. I don't know if I've seen a lot. I feel a lot of Page's energies. The Ace, that Page of Wands. Now we have a Page of Cups. There's this very youthful energy that is coming through with this masculine. He is evolving. I'm getting here, though, he has evolved. He has realized. He has had these epiphanies. He has had some sort of a spiritual awakening here. He is on this journey now of ascension. You do still take his breath away. When he thinks about you, feminine, he's still able to connect to the Two of Cups and that passionate energy that he felt with you. He is still able to remember that flame that was lit when the two of you guys came together. He still remembers it. But he also realizes that he was not ready. He also realizes that and this is through evolution, that he wasn't ready, or that he may have projected things onto you that were not fair. Wasn't personal, feminine. It was me. See, I was too oppressed at the time. This is too much for me, is what he's explaining. Ten of Wands means it was either you or me, and I had to choose myself. I'm also getting a little bit of that energy right now, too. While he is evolving, he's got to choose himself for once. Thing is, he could have chose himself before, but it was for different reasons. He was not evolved then as he is now. Now he is choosing to choose his own cups in a very healthy way. So a lot of these detaching techniques and these defense mechanisms that he has always used, he's starting to realize that these are just projections of his own fears. It's kind of like, something's going on with me. It can't be everybody else. It's got to be me. Yep, it's got to be me. See, there's the Judgment. Oh, man. So remember all those shadows, you guys? How the Judgment card came up, eye for an eye? Oppression. This is about being oppressed with energies that you just can't run away from any longer. It's coming up. The past is coming up. I feel like what your masculine is trying to say to you, feminine, is he's really taking a good look in the mirror. He's realizing a lot of things. There's still some kind of energy he still feels with you. It's not you, it's me. I'm oppressed. I'm the one that needs to change. I'm resurrecting. I'm having some sort of an awakening here. I maybe want to make these wrongs right. I may want to apologize to you. I may want to resurrect this connection. I have evolved. Page of Cups can be a peace offering, somebody who wants to apologize, somebody who wants to bring you forth a cup of love. So regardless of whether or not he will, he at least realizes these things. So now this brings us to Bleeding Heart and Fool's Gold. I was such a fool. Or what I gave you was fool's gold. What I gave you was not fair. Yep. What I gave you just wasn't right. And I'm sorry about this. See, I just wasn't ready for you. There's an explanation. I just wasn't ready for you at the time. I feel like such a fool. But the thing is, why feel foolish? If you weren't ready for somebody, then it's not necessarily, your fault. You're just not ready. But this masculine, I feel, did something to bleed the feminine's heart out. Like he bled her. He pierced her heart. He hurt her. I just feel like in the end, he feels like a fool. See, it's really hard for me to open up. This whole thing was because he could not open up. He could not open up. He could not open up his heart to this feminine. The connection was there, but he couldn't do it. So he gave her fool's gold instead. Okay? And her heart bled because of it. So whatever he did, whatever shenanigans or diversions he created, whatever he projected onto her, whatever he blamed her for, did a little switcheroo with the energies, transferring his energy onto her, something like that. This right here is what he wants to apologize for. He wants to apologize for doing this to her. Yep, fool. This is about, we know that this masculine is being activated right now in his journey. He's at the beginning, not necessarily the beginning stages, but he has gone through some sort of a reawakening. He may want to take some sort of a risk, jump off that cliff, move forward, come towards her, offer that cup of love, offer her that apology. And we have 4 swords. 4 swords already came up in this reading, which means that this is about healing. This is about recovery. So he's perhaps had time to rest, or he is taking this time that he needs to rest to reactivate himself, to start over again. So he can perhaps apologize to her at some date in the future. And then we have 5 of Pentacles, but he's got to adapt. He's got to adapt to all of these things that have happened to him. He's got to adapt to this door now being closed between the 2 of them. Does he adapt? Does he push through the door? Does he offer something? I feel like this masculine feels very foolish for his actions, and so it might still really be hard for him to push open that door, to open up to her. So he's still working on it. And as he continues on his journey, he is going to continue to perhaps gain that strength. But right now, the lion is sleeping. He's on the lion meditating right now. I do see that in this card, or in the previous card. He's meditating on that lion. He's not quite ready to make a move. Okay? So let's go ahead and end this reading with signs from Spirit. Okay? Signs from Spirit. What is Spirit giving us in the form of just signs or just encouragement? This right here is called the Star Child Tarot. This is called Sweet Ass Affirmations. We're going to go into my Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. Ow. My knee just popped. Twin Flame Angel Numbers. And this right here is called the Spirit Cats Oracle. We're going to get 1 Spirit Cat. All right. So let's get some signs from Spirit. Whoa. Okay. Well, these cards want to come out, so I guess I'll just take them because I wanted 3, but we only have 4. And one of the cards I can already see is cycles. Cycles have come up, I feel, a few times already. It's a matter of time with the cycle before it's completed that you guys can come through and have that 3 of Cups energy, that satisfying energy of that renewal of this connection. So Spirit is telling you through different things that you're feeling, things that you're intuitively getting, and this is all heart information. Yes, that could be songs that you're hearing, okay? Maybe even a rainbow that you see. But this is telling me here that the information that you need is coming from inside. It's coming from within your heart. It's coming from your intuition. It's not necessarily coming from the form of him or her. It's not coming in the form of other people. It's coming in the form of heart. Now, it could, of course, come through song, lyrics, things that you hear or see. And yes, of course, this is from other people, perhaps because other people are singing songs. But pay attention to these things and how it affects your heart space, because there's information with what you're feeling in your heart. We have 2 cups right there. The 2 of Cups already was in the reading. This is the connection. These 2 cups coming together, feeling very satisfied with their reunion. They have completed their assignment, you guys. You guys have completed your assignment. You guys are renewed. Now you can renew and restore this connection. This isn't to give anybody false hope, but this information is being given to us because this is what truly both you and the masculine do want with each other. You guys want this peace. You guys want this resolution. You guys want this 2 of Cups energy again. But how you guys are both going about getting to this point may be a little bit different right now. You guys are learning on different levels. Okay? These things take time. So let's go ahead and get your sweet ass affirmation. What is the sweet ass affirmation that Spirit wants to give right now? I am a soldier of persistence and I dominate resistance. So let's read this. When you resist, you conform to the death of creation, the death of yourself. When you create, you destroy resistance. To manifest a life of pure happiness and freedom, you must create it. Therefore, you must destroy resistance. Those sneaky little resistant gremlin buffoons will never stop attacking, but you can dismantle their army with continuous action. Persistence is your sharpest weapon. If you keep showing up, you will wear down your enemy. This is about the ego, you guys. Remember that ego was just constantly gnawing at you, constantly trying to just drag you down, keep you down. This is about being a soldier, being that knight of swords, getting in that tank and getting through anything and destroying anything that is trying to hold you back. So this is about being a soldier and dominating over what is causing you to resist life and change and ascension, and that's your ego. So you are, in a way, learning right now, like you're in military school, learning something about the ego and learning something about your fears and the things that are holding you back. Those energies are the little voices in your head. Those are the things like little gremlins, those sneaky little gremlins that are trying to attack you and dismantle you. This is about being a soldier against those energies, okay? So that is what Spirit wants us to understand and know, is that those fears and those little voices in our head and all those things that tell us we can't, or that that'll never happen, or whatever is going on here, we need to dominate over that. We need to stay in that soldier vibe. It's not about fighting either, but it is about being strong. It is about being strong. Queen of Crystals, which is the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like this is a message for the feminine. This is very much like the Empress vibe to me. This is a feminine who is feeling really good and really balanced and structured, not only in her physical body, but also in her physical environment. And when we are feeling nice and grounded and we're feeling really solid with what we've created, this can also help to facilitate a feeling of, you know, having more time perhaps, or being more comfortable to tap into our spiritual side. Or when we just feel really good and grateful for what we have, that also raises our vibration. So there's something about our physical world and connecting to either nature, animals, children, just being in our own environment and enjoying that space, that really also helps us to connect with our higher selves. So it's a sign from Spirit saying to spend some more time in nature or with your surroundings, or maybe even creating things that make you feel really good. That's where that like sweet spot is. 5 of Crystals. Interesting. 5 of Pentacles has come up 3 times in this reading. One of them was connected to the masculine, and it's one of the masculine's lessons. He keeps closing the door. And then I think the 5 of Pentacles just came up here for the, what was it? The communication. Yeah, the communication that the masculine is still struggling with when it comes to this feminine. Adapting. A door still being closed, still resisting. So this is about a soldier pushing through anything that seems to be holding us back. Now, we can't bang on the door. If a door's closed, we don't bang on it to open it up. It's closed for a reason. But we find a way to do something else in the meantime, or go around that door and to focus on something else. So whatever seems to be holding us back, it's really just our belief or our state of mind. It isn't really holding us back. Just because this door is closed right now with this masculine doesn't mean that we have to stop living our lives or that we can't continue on with our mission. That's a state of mind. There's a lot of beliefs on the twin flame journey. You can't do your mission without your masculine. You all twin flames, this happens or that happens. It's like it's become in a way like there's this rule book or this Bible that exists that I still haven't seen yet, that people are like proclaiming that there's certain rules and that this is the way it has to be. Again, those are just beliefs and perceptions, and whatever, of course, you perceive or believe for yourself, you create that in a way reality. So if your reality is telling you that I can't move on or I can't move forward in my life until my masculine and I come together in a reunion, then you will continue to stay outside of those gates. Yes, you will. You will continue to stay in those shadows. You will continue to stay in that darkness. Or you can be a soldier. You can be a soldier, if I could talk, and blast through these belief systems that other people have created for you. That's the thing. There's a lot of people that say a lot of things on the internet or just whatever, okay? And again, we got to take everything with a grain of salt. If something isn't resonating with you, especially something that I'm saying that's not resonating with you, that's a sign that maybe we're not in alignment with each other, and that is okay. But sometimes we hold on to certain things that people are saying as just like the absolute truth. Like, oh, wow, this person said that me and this person aren't this or that, or they put a label on something. This is just like human behavior. People that are assigning labels or assigning blocks and things that, are creating now resistance on your path. Don't allow other people or what other people's visions are, or what other people think about something. Don't allow those things to create resistance for you any longer. Be your own navigator through this life. Just because this person said this in a reading, or this person said that in a reading, or whatever, don't allow that to dominate your headspace and now keep you closed and stuck on your journey or on your path. And the only reason I'm saying this is because I do hear this sometimes. This person said that I'm bound, that I'm trapped, that I have a curse. Once we accept that as our reality, even though it may not be true, we believe this. We believe that this is real. We believe that this is happening. So we're already creating this resistance because we believe it. So this is about unbelieving it. This is about rewiring things. This is about going around these blockages or these obstacles that are in the road. They are in the road for a reason, because there is something that you need to learn, but you're not meant to now completely shut yourself out from living or moving forward just because this person said this or this person said that. Throw out the rule book. Throw out the freaking rule book. You create your own destiny. Have your own twin flame experience. Don't let anybody else tell you what your twin flame journey is or isn't. All people can really do is pick up on the energies. That's how I do my readings. I pick up on the energies at the time, but never does it come up that you and this person are not going to end up together. Maybe at this time, wow, this person is maybe just really not focused on you and this connection. They might be really happy in another situation, so it might be a good idea for you to focus on other things for your own sanity. Things like that come up, but it's never about this will not happen or this will absolutely happen. We as human beings create these blocks for ourselves. That's the point. That's the point after that long tangent. All right. Two of Wands. Again, we are at that point on our journey where we can do anything we want. The choice is ours. It is. It's ours. Two of Wands in traditional tarot shows a man. He is standing at a cliff. He has the world in his hand. The world is yours. You are the creator of your own destiny. How are you going to direct your energy? That is going to determine your experiences moving forward. Are you going to stay behind closed doors? Are you going to stay behind limiting beliefs? Are you going to stay, holed up in your house where it's safe, where you feel safe, false sense of safety? Or are you going to actually go out, take a leap of faith, do some new things, open your mind, learn some different stuff, experience some excitement, etc.? So the point is, the choice is yours. I know I keep going over the same message, but there it is. All right, let's get some twin flame angel numbers. We have 888. I love this. Karmic cycles are now coming to a close. Allow all parties to absorb the necessary lessons for growth. We already know that this masculine is going through some sort of a closing, a major closing of a karmic cycle. With the Judgment coming up twice, that 10 of Wands, there's definitely something that he's going through. Now he has to absorb the lessons for the growth to occur. This takes time. Things come around, they go around. What comes around goes around. The eights. Eights are infinity symbols. What comes around goes around. Karmic lessons. Cycles. Again, that word cycles. How many times can that word come up in this reading today? Cycles. Cycles are still, what's the word? Occurring, I guess. Haven't been closed up just yet, but it's on the horizon. 1221. Learn. I love this. Learn to provide your own happiness rather than relying on your twin flame to fulfill you. This masculine right now is in that energy with the 9 of Cups. 1221. That's like a mirrored energy to me, and the mirror and reflecting and projecting. It came up many times in this reading, and so this really is telling me here, this is a lesson for us to learn right now. I also see 10 and 11. I see 8 plus 2 is 10, and then I see 11, and then I see 8 plus 1 plus 2 is 11. So I see 10 and 11 here. 10 is about closing up the cycle. 11 is about that portal, going through that portal. That came up through the shadows part of the reading. Remember, this is the way through. Provide your own happiness. Focus on your own cups rather than looking at your twin flame to be the answer and the end all to all of your unhappiness and all of your problems in life. The way forward is loving the self. And we have 444. The universe fully supports you as you continue on your path towards enlightenment. The universe is always going to support you. The universe is always going to support you no matter what energy you're in. If you're in an energy that's basically like, you know what? I don't deserve anything. I hate myself. I don't love myself. I'm never going to find this. The universe is energetically going to respond to that. They're not prejudiced. They're going to respond to whatever energy you're holding. So why not hold some amazing energy and then see what happens? All right, last message. Let's go ahead and get a spirit cat. A spirit cat. What is the final message for Divine Feminines on their twin flame journey? Let's see. Well, that's a cool cat. And it says catalyst. Oh my God. You guys, there's one thing that I actually did say here. You guys are a catalyst for each other's changes in this life. Your twin flame is a catalyst for this growth. Meet Luna. Okay, this cat's name is Luna. She may seem a little ominous at first, but do not worry. She is truly here to help us. She is the catalyst. She is the kitty form of the Philosopher's Stone, the magical alchemy that metaphorically turns lead into gold. I think it's crazy that we had fool's gold, you guys. You guys may feel like you got fool's gold with this one. You guys may feel like this whole situation just, you feel like a dummy. You feel like an idiot for trusting, for opening up your heart and all these things that you're feeling. You feel foolish. But guess what? That fool's gold is actually gold, okay? She might shake things up a little like a crazy thunderstorm, but the sky will be so much clearer afterwards. She is the maven of breakthroughs and revelations. When Luna crosses your path, you might feel a shiver, but do not be afraid. This is only the first sign of a miraculous shift. So any black cats that are crossing your paths, you guys, see that infinity symbol right there? What comes around goes around. That could be a sign as well, a sign from spirit, because this portion of the reading is signs from spirit. Black cats crossing your paths. Look, I'm not trying to deprogram anyone because some people think that that's bad luck. I've always thought it was good luck. I always thought it was good luck. And so maybe if some of you guys are seeing black cats cross your path, this is the spirit's way of telling you this is a catalyst for change, for growth, some things that are happening right now. It's a miraculous shift is about ready to occur. And all of this darkness has been a catalyst for your growth. So embrace it. See these demons as blessings in disguise. This is the way that you signed up for this course, this class that you're taking with your Divine Masculine. Anyways, you guys, I know that was long. Oh my God, almost 2 hours. This is crazy, but I hope that you enjoyed it. And whoever it was supposed to speak to, hopefully you got something from it. All right, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.